You want to be the War Machine?
Hello everyone, Dan the 14th Prime here, bringing you a video review of the Hot Toys War Machine Mark II 6 scale figure from the Movie Masterpiece series, one of the die-cast collectibles. And this War Machine is from the Avengers Age of Ultron movie. You can see the front box. You've got kind of grayscale artwork there, the War Machine, which of course just comes around to the side of the box like we've seen with several of these other figures. Got an icon there. It looks like it's more on the plastic. Come around to the back. The handful of folks that bring the figure to life. The credits. Side of the box, War Machine Mark II. Again, the extended artwork. Probably hard to see because it's really just a dark gray and black kind of box, but it looks cool. Definitely suiting of this type of depiction of the War Machine. So if we open this guy up like other figures, we've got this nice piece, just kind of slides off. Cardboard with the plastic coating. Got the durable styrofoam down here. War Machine embossed into the lid there, which looks cool. And once we get this guy open, very much like what we saw in the Iron Patriot video. Got the figure, big gun, kind of arm attachment gun. Looks like we've got the 5 hands, which will probably again be the fist, the open palm, and the salute. Got the Don head sculpt up there, and just one mask this time. Iron Patriot had 2. Looks like we just had one mask here. So let's get everything out and check it out. So here's everything for the War Machine out of the box. Of course, the figure, the stand there. 5 hands, so 2 pairs and a saluting hand. The head sculpt, the mask, and the big gun and kind of arm machine gun. So everything's pretty consistent with what you get with the Iron Patriot figure. The only thing I'd point out is the stand is significantly downgraded, and then you get one less mask, like I already pointed out. So let's take a closer look at some of the extras. So here's an up close of the accessories. And here you've got the saluting hand, straight fingers, thumb in. It's got the LED on it. Get 2 sets of these open palms. Again, an LED in there. Take a look at that. Looks like the left one here has got a little extra detailing on the back of the armor. Again, these are all pretty consistent with Iron Patriot. Here you've got your fists, fully closed. Fighting fist, no LED, because we know the articulated hands on the figure don't actually fully close to make a fist, and the fingers don't fully come together to make a salute. So that's why we get all of those hands. Here we've got the extra little machine gun piece. Again, this clips on the left arm, just provides a little gun popped out there for some fighting poses. Here's the Don head sculpt. Like I've said before, Hot Toys does a really nice job on the portrait here. So let's give you a quick overview here. Have a chance to look at what that looks like. It's pretty nice and clean. You got, I guess, a little bit of battle damage there, but not much scuffing or anything to the look. Pretty clean. And then the mask here, which provides a little bit more of maybe a worn look there around the edges. That'll just snap on like that. And we know we can prop it up top as well, just with the magnets, and you can get different looks to it depending on how you want to position it. And last but not least, you get the big gun, the War Machine gun for the back. You know, it's the same gun as we've seen for the Iron Patriot. Got a lot of articulation to it. which makes for different posing that you can do. And, you know, nice little detailing like I pointed out before. Some danger markings back down in here. So let's look at the stand. So here's the stand for the Avengers Age of Ultron Mark II. It's really the only head scratcher for me in the whole collectible. I mean, pretty cheap, pretty significant downgrade from what we got with the Iron Patriot. So here you can see it basically says Avengers Age of Ultron, War Machine. They're on the plaque in front, and on the bottom of the base here, you can see you've got the Avengers icon. But that's it. I mean, pretty light piece of plastic, simple nameplate to it. With the Iron Patriot, we had big lighted base with LEDs on it, you know, kind of a foot pedal Iron Man look to it, and a longer pull with a more heavy duty clamp. So this is definitely a step back with this version of the figure. So now let's get on to the War Machine figure here, and I'll show you some close-ups up and down and around the figure. I won't get into a lot of technical stuff because I did that on a long Iron Patriot video in terms of articulation, battery covers, you know, all that stuff. So really going to focus on the aesthetics of the figure here. And if you want to see some of that other technical information around articulation, batteries, etc., just check out the Iron Patriot video. So let's pan up on the War Machine here. We'll start low and go high. And I'll really just let you guys kind of take a look. I mean, it's right there in front of you. You can see basically, I mean, he's a black and kind of, or he's a dark gray, I should say, and kind of silverish figure. That's basically the paint apps with some white kind of tats, if you will, for various Air Force emblems. So not much to kind of paint scheme, but I'll let you just kind of take a look as I pan up in terms of really the wear and tear detailing, damage detailing, if you will. It's not really damage, it's more just kind of wear, paint scuffs, things like that they've put onto the figure, which gives it a nice realistic look. Let's keep moving up here and you can check out the figure. A couple call outs would probably just be the, you know, the arc reactor there that's square. More of a clear color. I understand there's a prior version of this figure that's got more of a red hue to it. But this one, that's same with the eyes. They're more clear versus having that red tint to them. So that's the front of the figure. We'll pan up his left side here and you can just see, if you want to compare and contrast the Iron Patriot video and here, you know, it's the same molding, of course. They're just not always using the same accent points. Like some of these on the calf and the thigh, these pieces there that are molded in, pentagons, hexagons, whatever they are painted silver. Here, sometimes they're silver, sometimes they're black. And then you come up there, you can get a good look at the left arm. The detailing on those gauntlets, the molding and everything is really nice. Here I just went ahead and moved his left arm up and out of the way so you can see up through the hip and kind of the midsection from the side view. And here you can get the length of the arm up the side. Then here I just changed the focus so you can kind of see more in the background, chest around the arm. So you get a good look at that. Here I've flipped around to the back so you can take a look. And I will say, as I move the guy, it just reminds me, like, I would like for more traction in the ankles because he just seems to want to, the weight just pushes his ankles off and he starts leaning forward. Like I described as smooth criminal Michael Jackson style in the last video. That's what he wants to do. Just keep coming up here. You can see the back of the arms, how the hands kind of fit in behind that glove armor, the back of the gauntlets. You know, that's really some nice work, like I pointed out before, through those areas. Come up through the back, you've got the gun mount, some Air Force markings into the back of the head. And then quickly here, but just to say I showed you, his right-hand side, nothing unusual versus the other side in terms of what's there. You saw on the front, he's got some different markings, right arm versus left arm, things like that. But otherwise, nothing really different going on one side versus the other. We'll get you in a little closer here on his head sculpt so you can take a look. Again, this is the LED head. It's got some wear kind of painted onto the front there, which looks nice. I'll just kind of pivot it around so you can take a look at all sides of the head. Again, overall, a relatively clean paint look on the guy, save for some here and there kind of wear and scratching. So here he is in a shot where you can see all the LEDs working. They look really nice and bright, really pop off of that gunmetal gray suit and paint. Here I've got the lights dimmed, and you get a little bit, hopefully that shows up a little bit better, kind of popping a little bit more in the darkness here, the LED effects. It's always really cool. So there he is, guys, the Hot Toys 6-scale War Machine Mark II from the Avengers Age of Ultron. Again, just doing a quick video on the look of the figure. If you have other questions on articulation or other technical things, check out the Iron Patriot video. Hopefully you'll find some answers there. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.